Have you ever wondered what's really in some of the food we eat? You might not believe this crazy truth, but the food industry hides things from us in plain sight, right on the labels, using names most people never even heard of. Today, we're diving deep into something that's been hidden from you, something dark lurking in some of your favorite foods. Bugs. Creepy, crawling, bugs. They're in more food than you think. But the problem is, big companies supplying and marketing these products don't want you to know. Let's start with something you or your loved ones might have had recently. Candy. Ever popped a handful of Skittles into your mouth? You might want to check the label next time. Some candies, like Skittles and other known brands, are colored using something called carmine, which is actually made from crushed cochineal bugs. Carmine shows up on labels, but sometimes it's disguised as natural red 4. You see natural and think it's fine, but it's literally crushed insect blood. This Halloween, before you hand your kids their trick-or-treats, stop and check for natural red 4 on your candy labels. It might save a child's life. And it's not just in candy. You'll also find it in some fruit juices, like certain orange juices, Dole's pink lemonade, and even some yogurt brands. So next time, look out for carmine or natural red 4 on the label, especially if you're giving these products to your kids. Now let's talk about another one, shellac. That shiny glaze on your favorite sweets or even fruits, like apples, oranges, and even some vegetables. That's often made with shellac, which comes from the secretions of a certain beetle. Sounds mouthwatering, right? But they won't call it beetle secretion on the label. Instead, you might see it listed as confectioner's glaze or just glaze. The next time you're munching on your favorite candy, fruits, or vegetables, check the label on the packaging to see if it says confectioner's glaze. It gets sneakier. Let's look at bread. Who doesn't love soft, fresh bread? But did you know that some breads contain an ingredient called L-cysteine, which is used to soften the dough? Sounds harmless until you find out that L-cysteine can be derived from human hair or poultry feathers. It's usually found in mass-produced bread and dough products. That's why, next time you grab a loaf of bread, especially those soft rolls or pizza dough, you might want to check if L-cysteine is on the label. And heads up, sometimes it's listed under names like E920 or just dough conditioner. And it's not just about bread. Have you ever wondered what gives jellies, jams, or gummy candies that perfect texture? Chances are it's gelatin. But gelatin doesn't come from fruits or plants. It's made from boiling animal bones, skins, and tendons, most commonly from cows or pigs. If you're vegetarian or just don't like the sound of eating animal byproducts, keep an eye out for gelatin on your labels. You'll find it in marshmallows, some yogurts, gummy bears, and even some low-fat yogurts. But they won't make it obvious. It's just gelatin on the label, no mention of where it comes from. Let's not forget about beverages. Some drinks, especially juices and wines, are clarified using isinglass, which is made from fish bladders. You won't see fish bladder on the label, though. In some cases, you might not even see it listed at all, since it's used during the production process. But if you're vegan or have dietary restrictions, that's something to consider. Look out for clarifying agent, or inquire with the company to find out what's really going into that drink. And remember, food companies aren't eager to be transparent about these ingredients. That's why they use these scientific or obscure names on labels to make them sound more innocent. Most people don't know that E220, for example, is just sulfur dioxide, a preservative that's commonly used in dried fruits but can cause allergic reactions in some people. It's the same with other E numbers that represent additives like food colorings or preservatives, some of which are derived from insects or animals. Now think about all the foods we give to our kids like candies, fruit snacks, and juices. Parents often assume they're giving their children something relatively harmless and healthy, but the reality is these bug-derived ingredients are hiding in many of those products and could be hurting you and your family. It's so important to read the labels closely. Make sure you're not unknowingly feeding yourself or your kids bug-derived ingredients, animal byproducts, or other ingredients that you might not want in their diet, ingredients that could lead to serious health conditions down the line. The ingredients that sound innocent might not be what you think, and it's always good to do a search with your smartphone to see what's in your food. It's a sad and growing problem. As the world's demand for food is at an all-time high, many food companies don't want us to know what's really in their products. I hope this video helps at least one person to make informed choices for you and your loved ones. If you enjoy informative videos like this one, like, share, and subscribe.